And we have the Honorable Elton Brobe in the studio with us this morning.
I thought I lost my seat in Parliament.
No, you haven't. Not in the Parliament of our lives.
Okay.
Yes. How are you, though?
I'm doing good. I'm doing very good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Excited about Friday?
Absolutely. I mean, last night was good.
What happened last night?
We had the privilege of being hosted by the President of the Republic for a dinner at the house. So I mean, that's how my day ended.
Okay,
yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
all right. You're a very, very important person. Oh,
I am.
I see. Yeah, we have to shift. We have to shift. So what did you eat?
Oh, the menu was jollof, plain rice with all the assorted meats that you can think of, and then plus, dessert.
What kind of dessert?
Salad,
vegetables.
Yeah, and the rest,
Dessert is not vegetables and salad. Ice cream. Was that ice cream?
I'm telling you what I saw. I'm telling you what I saw.
I also said the dessert.
I'm telling you what I saw.
Elton, you're going to spoil my makeup.
Oh,
wow, I see. And what did you drink? What drinks were there?
Oh, red, white wine and the rest. But I'm not into alcohol, so
you didn't do it.
I went for mango.
Okay, so the president was there.
Yeah, he was there together with members of the Presidential Press Corps.
Oh, that's nice.
The Chief of Staff, the Director of Communication, and a few other people. Just the media.
Just the media.
And the president. Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah.
You had a good time.
Yeah.
Awesome. So you didn't bring us takeaway
from the program. It happened last night.
Yeah, but you could have done the takeaway, put it in your fridge, and then you bring it this morning.
Okay, I'll go back to the jubilee. I'm sure
Very funny.
I'm sure they.
You think there'll be some left? Oh, that sounds really good. It's a nice start to your weekend.
Of course, it is. It is.
Anyway, so today we're talking about love and money. You know that at first, used to marry for love.
Yeah.
Now, it seems like it's shifting. But what do you think? Would you, marry for love or for money? And is it different for men than it is for women?
Well, I think that love is good, but money is very important.
Wow.
Very, very important.
Even both ways?
Yeah, I remember I was watching this movie on Netflix, and then, a lady was being chased by two men. One grown up, and then the other guy, same age as the lady. So the two of them went to the lady's house at the same time. So the elderly man, not so elderly, but about 5 years older.
Okay.
Yeah. So she brought the lady, I think a Mercedes-Benz or something, plus an amount of money to go and,
blow.
do herself good. And then the other guy came with flowers and all those. And the man said, look at what I brought. Kai, you are bringing grass. So, I mean, money is good.
It be grass where we go chop.
Money is good. Money is very important. Love is good, but money is very, very important.
Yeah.
Without it, I mean, I don't think love can put food on the table.
Yeah.
Or love can.
But love too. Charlie, when I love, Shada, they hung like
Bible says money answers all things.
Yeah. So there's money for you.
I'm saying that love is good, but money is very, very important.
I see. So if you had to choose.
The two must go hand in hand, but I think you need to work hard and make money. The rest will follow.
Wow. Okay. Interesting views. Well, we would love to know what you think. You can go to our social media pages. I'd love to hear your views. So just, type a comment under the question, which is, I believe, is posted there. For love or for money, what would you choose? Or who would you choose? Okay. Meanwhile...
Yeah.
Coach Youngson was here a few minutes ago. So if you're just heading out from the house, then, tune to Joy 99.7 FM. But if you're home, then don't tune to Joy. We'll keep watching TV.
Watch us.
But anyway, so Coach was just telling me that they're discussing this question. Are Ghanaian men romantic?
Well, I think they are. Or we are.
Really?
We are.
What's the last romantic thing that you did?
The last romantic thing that I did? Giving somebody a very good massage.
Okay. Okay. So do massages constitute romance? It's quite thoughtful.
It is.
It is.
I mean, to put somebody in a very relaxed mood.
Yeah.
And then
that's quite,
going,
actually,
yeah,
that is
is
romantic.
good, yeah.
That's actually romantic.
Yeah,
okay, well, Elton is representing the men ably. So, okay, do you want to start for us this morning?
Yeah, I think I should. And it is because this weekend, everybody's going to the Ashanti Regional Capital, Kumasi. So let's start with the MPP. And the Daily Dispatch says that at the MPP's annual delegates conference, it will not be strategic for MPP to elect flag bearer in 2022. Who is saying this we'll get to know very shortly. And it has pictures of the Vice President, Alan Chemanten, Kennedy Japon, Yogate, and Kofi Konadu Apreku. Plot against Bawumia at delegates conference exposed. Henry Korte, Greater Accra region holds key to 2024, and the story says that let me go. MPP GSR for the Congress says that the 2021 National Delegates Conference was a time of renewal for the party, but the situation on the ground in Kumasi is different, as some supporters of some aspirants have mounted billboards and other campaign materials. Some of them were mounted before the party placed a ban on campaigning at the conference. Similar scenes were found in other parts of the country. Now, at a news conference, Mr. Boabena Samoa called on the Metro to ensure that all outdoor displays were removed in line with the party directing. Yesterday, we had this on our midday news that it looks like some have removed their billboards from the Ashanti Regional Capital, meaning that they are complying with the directive that came through. And again, the dispatch says that since the Fourth Republican Constitution came into effect in 1992, the two main political parties, the MPP and the NDC, have rotated power over 2 4-year terms, a total of 8 years. Now, as 2024 approaches, the MPP has publicly declared that they want to break the 8-year chain and win a third straight victory. The NDC believes that the 2024 should be theirs, having virtually split the parliamentary seats into two. Elections are largely determined by swing voters, and in Ghana, the three main swing regions are the Greater Accra, Central and Western region. The three, Greater Accra seem to be the king of the three swing regions. First, what is the ethnic composition of the Greater Accra region? Now, if you take the Daily Dispatch, the ethnic composition of the Greater Accra region accounts at 39.7%. That was in 2010. As at 2021 per the population and housing census, accounts in the Greater Accra region represent 41% of the entire population, followed by Gandangwe 24%, West 20%, and Mole Dagbani 5.7%. So the conclusion is that if any party is able to win the 2024 elections, Greater Accra will be a key region to watch. And then finally on the dispatch, as at press time, report from Kumasi indicates that 5 strong men have confessed to some elders of the MPP that they have been hired to splash the pictures of the Vice President, Dr. Mamadi Bawumia, early tomorrow across Kumasi. One of them is reported to have said, we were approached last week that to give the impression that the Vice President had disobeyed a party directive. And then this, according to the Daily Dispatch, on there. And then the party said, the paper says that it will not be strategic for the MPP to elect 2024 flag bearer in 2022. That's one of the key constitutional amendments or proposals that the party will take a decision on whether to elect in 2022 or 2023. The decision will be taken by the delegates of the MPP
tomorrow
on Sunday.
So when are you leaving?
Per the arrangement, we'll be going tomorrow, Saturday.
Okay.
The Congress itself is on Sunday. Yeah. Tomorrow, I'm told that they will have a Carols night. The MPP will have a Carols night in Kumasi ahead of the conference on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, Thanksgiving sort of.
A Thanksgiving Carols night.
Yeah.
So you'll attend that?
We'll be in Kumasi on Saturday. Hopefully, we'll cover everything that will happen.
Okay,
there.
And then Sunday, the actual conference.
Yeah.
And then you'll be back Sunday night.
We are hoping that per the program, they are hoping to wrap everything up by 4 p.m. If they go by the time, that means that it will leave us a lot of time to come back to Accra.
Can you imagine the traffic, though?
Exactly.
Because even, oh my God, without delegates, like trying to get from A to B in the past few days
at this time of the year
has been crazy.
It's been
so much traffic.
And I know that it's going to get even worse from Monday.
Where are the people? Where are they coming from?
Nobody knows. And the people are complaining that it's going to be a dry Christmas, but it doesn't appear so. When
because
you look at the
exactly
traffic and the amount, the number of people who are in town doing shopping here.
I tried to go to Medina Market yesterday, and I couldn't because the traffic leading to the market. We were in it for maybe an hour and a half, and we moved like, I don't know, and then we were just like, nah, it's just not worth it. And this was pretty early in the day.
Yeah, it looks like if you want to get things done,
you have to go like
very
early. Yeah, and then go inside the market and wait.
Sure.
Anyway, there's a very interesting story on the front page of The Finder. Women spend 26,500 cedis to achieve slim, thick figure. Interesting. Now let me give you the details. Okay. So the demand for bigger buttocks and slimmer waists costs some women about 26,500 Ghana cedis. This was revealed by some beauty spas and body enhancement dealers who take ladies through fat-burning therapy and begin enlargement procedures for the body. Now, these are actually quite expensive. So, for example, let me just run through some of the procedures that are in the Finder. There's Vanquish Me therapy. Now, that uses selective heating as well as sound to kill unwanted fat cells, which is stress-free, safe, effective, and is approved by the FDA and costs about 700 Ghana cedis per session, Elton. Treatment covers a large area. It burns out excess fat from the stomach and waist. Okay, and the person who does this is saying that about 90% of the clients who have done this treatment have seen instant results.
Wow.
Okay, then there's ultrasonic cavitation therapy. It reduces cellulite and adipose, which diminishes the body's fat deposits that could be hard to get rid of. That's 200 cedis. Ultra slim therapy is non-invasive, and it brings about immediate fat loss. Patients lose about 1.5 to 3.5 liters of fat and pay about 1,000 cedis per session. Sculpt therapy is high intensified electromagnetic energy that causes 20,000 muscle contractions in 30 minutes. So it improves abdominal tone. Firmer abdomen tones, firm and lifting the buttocks. 4 sessions are needed within 2 to 4 weeks for a satisfying result. The 4... let me move on. Wood therapy, wooden massage-like tools to break down fat. That's about 200 a session. Then there's cool sculpting, which is about 400 cedis per session. And so that one, they use cold temperature to freeze and destroy fat cells on the abdomen, thighs, back, and upper arms. Vacuum therapy, breast firming and enhancement vacuum therapy. Wow, it's about 150 per session. And so it will last 1 to 6 months. Okay, and this one makes your breast firmer. Wow, all right. Interesting. Okay, so 26,500 to achieve slim, thick figure. And you know, with the whole Kardashian era that we're in, you notice that, and it's funny because my sister and I were talking about this 2 days ago. The trend of what is beautiful has changed over the years. Actually, even centuries. If you look at how it was, there was a time when that boyish figure was what was sexy. Then there was a time, a very long time ago, when if you are fat and round,
then you have arrived.
You've arrived. And then, we kind of went to the, okay, now, a little bit slimmer. But now it's kind of like, the slimmer the waist, the bigger the buttocks. That's, what we want. And women are paying so much to get that figure. 500 to get the figure and going through all of these treatments to make the waist slim and to make, your buttocks bigger. I don't know if it gets you to heaven.
No, but if you pay 26,000, does it give you the permanent feel? Do you have to?
I think
do
some of it.
year,
I think you have to do maintenance.
Maintenance.
You have to do maintenance over the years because it's not like working out. Even if you work out, you still have to maintain.
So how do you feel walking about knowing that what you are carrying is fake?
Please, I haven't done this, so I don't know. But the argument would be that it's not fake because it's still my body. It's just that I've used, different tools to burn fat or to sculpt or to, which is the same as going to the gym. Because when you go to the gym, depending on the exercises you do, you may build some muscles, and it's all just a lot. I mean,
I remember somebody's back got exploded on an airline.
Yeah. But that's extreme. Now that's like surgery. Yeah, that's in like proper surgery. I mean, these ones don't seem to be invasive, but it's still very expensive.
It is very, very expensive.
I mean, and the ultimate question is
to get this done.
The ultimate question is for why?
Exactly.
And for whom?
And for how long?
Yeah, and for whom? Wow. Anyways, to each his own. So, on the front page of the Finder, well, this story was in the Finder, so you can find it in the Finder, and then read up all the details. Isolation centers for international travelers stretched. That's Dr. Kumar Abaje speaking. Are you aware of this story?
No, I'm not aware of this. Perhaps we'll need to find out and ask more questions on this.
Yeah, well, he's saying that, I don't know what's going on with the Finder today, right? So we go from 2, 3, 4, 11. I can't find page 6. Yeah, 8, 9, 10, 5.
Sorry, it's missing.
Looking for page 6. 6, there we are. Page 6 is just before page 13. The Director General of the Ghana Health Service, Dr. Patrick Kumar-Abacha, has indicated that the isolation centers for international travelers are stretched due to the increasing number of COVID-19 cases. The country has progressively recorded an increase in cases among international travelers, 83 in October, 241 in November, and 484 in December. Okay, that's a problem. So if you have 484 people coming in a month, then of course the isolation centers will
get full.
Will get full, yeah. I'm sure we're going to move to the whole hotel system. I think we're already doing that.
We're already doing that. I mean, once you test positive, you are taken to one of those luxury hotels around the airport. And it starts, of course. Somebody was there for 10 days and he paid 500 Ghana cedis every day. Yeah. And she was complaining about the food. He said he was giving carbohydrate every day, even though she has some underlying issues, which requires that she eats more of vegetables and all those things, but she was giving carbohydrate every day. And paying 500 Ghana cedis every day for 10 days. That's like 5,000 Ghana cedis.
Yeah, that's
at your own cost.
Especially if you're not expecting.
Yes, and her issue was that she tested negative before coming to Ghana. When she arrived, she tested positive. And she said, I want to do another test from another place to confirm what you are telling me. And she was denied it and taken to the hotel, paying 500 cedis a day. She requested certain kind of food she was not given. I guess the Ghana Health Service must look in some of this, and I don't want this turn out to be a business between some of the hotels and some officials of the Ghana Health Service to cash in on the situation. On the situation,
yeah, no, that wouldn't be very nice. And let me just run through the rest of the stories. 33.96 million valuables destroyed by fire between January and October this year. Fire Service and Bagbin's proposal to Finance Minister is without effect.
That's according to the Finder.
So that's according to the Finder. So the drama continues. I see that you've opened that page as well. So you're going to tell us about it.
So the publisher has it on the front page. Bagbin justifies illegal action and accuses his deputy of insubordination. The Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Alban Kingsford Sumana Babem, has insisted that the House was duly constituted for its work for the purposes of business and voting in accordance with Article 102 and 104 respectively of the 1992 Constitution on the 26th of November 2021. He said public record of the vote and proceedings of the House on the 26th of November, in which he announced a rejection of the 2022 budget after the majority has staged a walkout, lent credence to this position. Mr. Babin said a decision taken on the 30th of November 2021, which decision suggested I acted ultra-virus the Constitution when I put the question on the 2022 budget statement, economic policy appears strange to me. The Speaker stated that this is a formal statement he delivered to the House yesterday in relation to the rejection of the rescission of the 2022 budget statement and economic policy of government. Babin declared that the decision of the First Deputy Speaker, Joseph Osei-Owusu, to overturn ruling and to be counted as one or as part of numbers forming a quorum on the 30th of November is an aberration of parliamentary proceedings. but he could not say that the man was wrong in counting himself among those who were present on the floor, but said that it's actually marks of insubordination. But the matter has been put to rest. He says he wants to lead a united house to ensure that there is unity in the house, and also reiterated the point that he is not there as speaker to frustrate government business. Neither is he going to allow the executive to make parliament a weak arm of government. So let's see how this will go. But then the consideration of the estimates for the various ministries is still ongoing. He has asked the finance minister to formally lay before the House the modifications is done to the budget and get it recorded properly and added to the 2022 budget. My information is that they may sit again tomorrow, Saturday. They may rise on the 21st of December, tomorrow, Saturday, to consider more of them. Because they
the
need
way
to,
it's going, the rising to be 24th.
It is possible, very, very possible, because appropriation is still an issue. The e-levy is going to generate a lot of arguments, debates here and there before it is finally passed. I heard the information Minister Kojo Ponkroma saying that government has no intention of reducing
the e-levy, but it's rather going to ask telcos
to see if they can reduce that. You know, you pay 1% if you send more than 100 Ghana cedis to a relation via Momo. Let's see how if the telcos are ready to reduce their profit margins on
it's interesting how the government is quite unrelenting when it comes to this e-levy.
Yeah.
You know, it just confirms for me that a very large portion of their spending or their plans to spend are dependent on this e-levy.
Of course. I mean, where you have your debt to GDP at a stage where you can actually say that we are almost in debt distress, you can no longer borrow. So you have to generate resources.
How about just not spending as much?
Exactly.
How about that?
How about we cutting down on our
I mean, because if you don't have
which
money,
are not really necessary.
For example, last month, I had a bit more money than I have this month. So I was really chilling now. I was really like eating all the things that I like, you know. This month, you know, I'm like, okay, it's not flowing like that. So, you know, some days you eat what you like, some days you eat gari and pepper. Some days you fast by force and seek the face of the Lord by force. You know, and we move. But I don't know what this, you know, it's like insistence on the money must be collected. It's two things, you know, it's either fine, they're going to collect the money and everything will be fine, and then maybe they'll lose the election because people will be upset, or people will actually stop sending Momo. And that will pretty much crush an agenda that we're trying to build. Because already we're before Momo, we were not a cashless system. We deal with cash.
Of course, we're doing it. And the other side of the coin is also that they claim that if they're able to also generate the money, then the road in your area, which you are crying that it should be fixed, they'll be able to have enough resources to do it.
You see, but we don't have faith that that will happen. Well, because we've seen so many times, and it's not just with this government, we've seen so many times how this is said, oh, we're going to use it to do this, and then it's not used to do this, and then the Auditor General will come out with the report, and you're like, wow, 32 million Ghana cedis on conferences and seminars from January to September.
But the last Auditor General's report reported misapplication or misappropriation of public funds to the tune of 12 billion Ghana cedis.
Yes.
Now, we are hoping to raise almost 8 billion Ghana cedis from this
the e-levy. So if we just
if we're able to block the loopholes in our public spending, we'll be able to generate so much money that wouldn't.
You know what the MPP's argument on that was? And I had one of the members of parliament here, Kwame, I can't remember his last name. His argument was that 12 billion cedis was not like physical cash. A lot of it was imagined. Like, you know, so if you didn't do it and you had done it this way, then you would have saved this. So it's not physical cash. And for me, that's a very problematic argument, because if there's a best way to do something, why would you just not do it and save the money as opposed to? Anyway, you know, we could argue about this forever. Unfortunately, we won't be in parliament to vote.
Anyway, let me run through this quickly.
The Lighthouse.
So lawyers of Lighthouse Chapel International have hauled investigative journalist and editor of the Fourth Estate news portal, Manasa Zuriawene, before an Accra High Court for defamation. The plaintiff insists he was defamed when the news portal in the publication Darkness in the Lighthouse made some disparaging remarks about the church and its founder, Bishop Dag Heward Mills. According to the plaintiff, by reason of the publication and republication of the said words, the plaintiff has been gravely damaged in its character and reputation and has suffered considerable distress and embarrassment, and also suffered aggravated damage. Other defendants in the suit are Edwin Appiah, co-editor, Suleiman Abrahima, who is the executive director of the West African Foundation for Media Foundation for West Africa, as well as the Media Foundation for West Africa as an entity. In the statement of claims cited by the paper, the plaintiff said the issue of the fourth estate dated 23rd April 2021, writing under the bold headline "Darkness in the Lighthouse Part 1, Pastors with Count Abuse and Trauma," the defendants published or caused to be published defamatory words about the plaintiff's profession as a Christian organization. Well, the matter is in court, so we'll wait and then hear the outcome of this suit against Manasseh Awini Azuri and 3 others, Edwin Appiah and then Suleiman Abrahima. Akufo-Addo pleaded with Ghanaians to get vaccinated, court orders South African leader Jacob Zuma to return to jail, Angola to start vaccinating children, giving COVID-19 booster doses. Yesterday I was watching Sky News late, and then I mean, there was a special feature on Christmas in the UK, Christmas ahead of the UK, and then the report was that most streets have been deserted because people are now back home, fearing that going out means you are exposing yourself to the virus, and that they are looking forward to a very quiet Christmas. And you know, you've lived in London before, so you know how. I
mean, Christmases are already quiet, so you know. But actually, and it brings to mind what we're going to be doing here. I was actually thinking that I decided that I'm actually going to have a quiet Christmas.
Okay.
Because I'm asthmatic, you know, and I can't take it for granted, you know, that I've actually made it this far. In this whole COVID fight without getting desperately ill. So, and I can already see how people are letting down their guard.
True.
You know, so I don't want to be in the mix of that.
It's very, very important that you take personal responsibility for your own health.
And stay safe.
And of course, the people around you.
Exactly. Anyways, and that's it for the newspapers. How in Nigeria, police officers are getting a pay rise to help curb bribery and corruption. So interesting one there. That's it for the newspapers. Quickly go to myjoyonline.com. Let's do a few stories from there. Okay, Vice President can't overturn President's earlier decision in Cabinet. Bagbin to first deputy. That's an interesting analogy. I do like Alban Bagbin. You know, it's very fatherly. So, a few more stories. Quorum is based on members' presence in Parliament, not in the chamber. That again is according to Alban Bagbin. GHS names categories of persons to be covered by mandatory vaccination in January 2022. Police have placed 50,000 Ghana cedi bounty on robbers who killed officers at Zwarungu. And there's a story of how armed robbers murdered 2 police officers. The Asante-Hene rejects section of New Lands Act that demands accountability. That's in regards to chiefs, how chiefs sell land. So walkouts do not invalidate parliamentary proceedings. Parliament begins deliberation on controversial e-levy bill, and government engaging telcos to reduce charges to help maintain 1.75% levy. That's according to Kojo Oponkruma, Minister of Information. All right, Elton, thank you so much.
Have a romantic Friday morning.
Stay safe this weekend
in
Kumasi, and God bring you back safely to us. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the sports, and then after that, we'll get into our conversations for today. Remember, we're talking about love or money. We're also talking about how well your district did in the district level competition, health, sanitation, ICT, governance, and some other issues. How well did your district do? Pop over to Facebook and comment on our post. I'd love to know what you're thinking. Love to get interactive. We're taking a quick break now, and when we come back, we get into sports with Muftal. Don't go anywhere.